Carolina Panthers and the Detroit Lions. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Set, yellow 20!
He can't hang.
Hey. Get on!
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Zero. Protein spill.
Check. Whip. Watch the whip.
Stafford's going to give this one off to Johnson. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense, to get him into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 52, come on. Check 52.
Hey, orbit.
Watch the run. Hey, Mike 52. Mike,
Easy.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And an alley to run. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
We play to win. Let's go.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Pick it up.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Set. You got a 20.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check 25. Check 25.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
You go set. You go 60.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Check it.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Come on, set. Throw it in there. Kill, kill, kill. Let's go.
On first down, Stanley. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Stanley. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Stanley, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Johnson running right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On 1st down, Johnson. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
You can't block me. Check. Crunch. Spot. And middle. No.
Here's Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Check, 250.
Check 52's the mark. Hey, keep it up.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Stafford. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers will get the football back. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. From the 24, Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Stafford on 3rd down. James has it, and he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Zebra.
On first down, it's Johnson, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line.
Now Johnson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Easy to learn.
Watch 9, watch 9. Check 52's the mic.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. 9-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well, and they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
At their own 25-yard line.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Watch the pass.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, Stanley gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball down?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Game situation. Let's go.
Checked up.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
To Johnson again. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Rip left, rip left.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They go to Johnson again. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Tighten up, tighten up. Tighten up. 32.
They give to Johnson going right. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Stafford. He gets this one to Johnson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk. Come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
A gain of 15. And the Panther 1st down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play.
Watch out. Motion.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
To throw on 2nd down. Stanley. Safarian Jenkins has it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Stanley. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job. Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league. Looking to throw. Stanley. He's going to let this one go. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears. There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game. And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
At the 42-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Man, I got you.
Now it's Stanford. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now this is fielded in the end zone, so a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Stanley, quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Stanley, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And you hate to say... With a rookie quarterback, he's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Stanley. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Panthers on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Operating from the gun, Stanley. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Will Harris. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Johnson, and he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Hey.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back. And now here is another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like when we talk about the defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 40, check, he's coming.
Throwing on first down, Stanley. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
40's the Mike. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike 40.
From the gun, Stanley. They'll find Everett there, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
2nd and 1. And Watson has it right side. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, 40's Mike. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. There we go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
3rd down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or